What's going on, Paisanos? V coming at you guys, well, with another market watch today. Before I start with this market watch, I just want to say that I'm trying to find remote dual locals, and it's actually a lot harder. And if you guys know any remote dual locals, DM me. My information is down below. Hit me up on Discord or on Twitter or Instagram. Hit me up and let me know if you can find any remote dual locals, because I want to stream like Monday through Fridays, preferably around like nighttime Eastern Standard Time. But once again, let me know, because I'm trying to find a way to get this going. And if not, well, what should we do with the stream? Should we just hang out talk about Yu-Gi-Oh? Should we play test? Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. So I'm not gonna make this video about the new tins, obviously, but I just want to show something, because I really think it's important for everyone to be on the same page, because people are upset about the new tins for the most part. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people looking to buy deck cores, but other than that, people are pretty much like, these tins have kind of fallen flat. And of course they have. Konami's been making every other subset a reprint set, which has pretty much killed the value of every forward set afterwards. And we're seeing that now with these tins, where Konami pretty much said, we don't have anything else to sell to these kids. Let's just revenue bump and move on. And that's basically what these new tins are. Now, the 25th anniversary dueling tins aren't as good, though I will say I was okay with these QCRs. Like, Black Rose QCR looks pretty good to me. It's only $3. Cyber Dragon, $3. Firewall, like, these are some pretty good cards as far as promotional cards in these tins. And then you go back to looking over at 2022 tins, and these are just insane. Like, yes, we had the alternate art decoration girl, and yeah, she went down in value, but she had a bit of time where she was getting pumped up there. Forbidden Droplet was a money card. We had Ash Blossom Majority Spring, Destiny Hero, a DPE, which saw a heavy meta play. Lightning Storm finally got a reprint. Dragoon, Cross Resonator, Product Prosperity, Diviner. Like, we had crazy reprints in the 2022 Mega Tins. And you look at the current Mega Tins, and the reprints are just kind of lackluster. Like I said, everyone's going in pretty much for the deck cores, but it just sucks to see, because Konami's been giving us, it's been core set, subset, reprint set, and throughout the entire year. And now they're just kind of like ran out. Real quickly though, looking over at SP Little Knight, I just want to point out something I found really interesting. The value is still $44 a copy. In fact, it's been like that for about a day or two. Rip to this kid who bought it for $55. After that, it's been $45 a copy. The real question is, what's going to happen to the highest rarity? This is something that I think a lot of players that do own this want to know, or something similar, like in a similar situation. Looking over at SP Little Knight QCR, it's went down in value. It used to be around $400 for the QCR, and now it's off around $340, $350. Will it stay this low? In my opinion, probably not. Unless you see more SP Little Knight reprints in the near future, roughly around being Prismatic Secret Rare, this is probably going to be and maintain being the highest expensive version, and obviously will go up in value. So I just want to throw it out there for a lot of you players. I might be confused about what happens to the QCR if with these new reprints come out. What will happen? We'll see the price go down a little bit, stabilize, and then shoot back up as people buy them up, realizing they're the most expensive version. All right. We talked about deck cores a lot yesterday, and one deck core I still want to talk about is Voiceless Voice. The deck's still really good, and somehow everyone kind of just forgot about that. I really don't understand why or how, but Voiceless Voice is a crazy deck, and maybe everyone just doesn't understand the fact that this deck can still cook people, or in a slower meta, which I think we're definitely in compared to last meta. This deck is still really good. I just want to throw it out there. Voiceless Voice is not that expensive. I mean, yeah, you have Lowe's. She used to be $75 a copy, by the way. Low currently is roughly around $19 to $20 a copy. You're gonna need 3 of this, okay? So that is the money card of the set. After Low, you get to Saphira. Saphira's an ultra rare, and she's only worth about $5, $6 for shipping. Oh, look at that. Never mind, $5.25. So I do think Voiceless Voice is a great deck core to pick up. I definitely think it's a deck core that a lot of players still struggle to play against. In the OCGs, you still see Voiceless Voice being popping up here and there. And the reason why is the meta gets slower. This deck gets really good. This deck almost auto checks the meta. You slow down the meta, Voices is right there waiting. You have to continually speed up the meta, because the minute it gets slowed down via a balance hit, this is probably the best deck moving forward into that meta. Also, Saphira QCR. I mean, that doesn't play this. Some people like to buy one of these. I don't even own one. I've been had Voiceless Voice since day one. The QCR is $10. I might pick one up. I don't know. It's kind of cheap. You don't really play this card, but it's a cool tech card. Axel Talker Starlight Rare. So we saw the QCR of Axel Talker come out, and the question became whether or not to grab the Starlight Rare. In fact, when the QCR was going to come out, I made a video talking about, is it good to buy that one or should you wait? I said if you have the time and patience, wait for the Starlight. If not, get the QCR, but the QCR would drop, which it did. Looking over right now, the previous price should be $208 for Access Code Talker. It is currently $110 a copy. Now, this Starlight Rare is definitely one I definitely think a lot of players might want to consider picking up if you're looking to play a deck that runs Access Code Talker. And let's be honest, play enough decks, you're going to play one that runs this card. So, to me, it's an auto grab. Some people will still be like, oh, I'll just grab the QCR, that's fine, but if you want the best rarity, I don't know, looks pretty good to me. Real quickly, by the way, in the same set, Battle Legends Crystal Revenge, Clockwork Knight is somehow worth about, how much again? $13? Yeah, sell this card. Like, what? This is a quick sell. If you have it in your bulk pile, just know it's a $13 card in your bulk pile. Unload it. Throwing it out there. All right. So, obviously, QCRs have pretty much obliterated the value of OTS Pack Ultimate Rares. I mean, absolutely decimated the value, which is crazy because Divine the Herald came out as an Ultimate Rare and almost simultaneously came out as a QCR. And the value of Divine the Herald as an Ultimate Rare, just looking at it right in here, is about $17. Konami, why would you do this? Like, why? We're looking at OTS packs. I believe it's from 19 to 25, I believe. It says 7 sets. 19 to 25. And we're going to talk about some of the cards and what happened. And is it good to buy or is it good to sell? Is it worth it? We'll first start with Triple Tactics Thrust. Even though we're going to be getting a Prismatic Secret Rare, which should lower the value of Thrust, Thrust is still seeing a lot of play. It used to be 70 in the market and went low as 44, it says here. I don't believe that. It's currently 71. If you look over here for people that are buying it, I mean, 918. This is literally today. Today already. People have bought 4 copies. One at $57, and one of them was moderately played. Then 917, 16, 4. I mean, people are buying this card still. People are still going in and grabbing Triple Tactics Thrust. And the reason why, obviously, is because it's a phenomenal card. Some are main decking it, some are side decking it, but when we see people play it, it's seen play at 3. So, with the Prismatic Secret sell, sure. But Ultimate Rare will probably be the one people want to grab because it's the highest rarity. Chaos Angel Ultimate Rare. This is sporadic play. He's playing Voiceless Voice. About $35 for Ultimate Rare Chaos Angel. I mean, it's pretty cool, but no one's really rushing for it. Kashira Frenya. Now, here's something I thought was going to pump in value. And we saw a little bit of a pump. It was 25 before. It's currently 34. And the reason why is because of the ban list. Kashira does not really get blasted on the ban list. And Frenya is definitely a great card to grab. And everyone pretty much went and did it. So we know we're getting a 2 QCR Dusters. And the price of Ultimate Rare Duster has went down. It used to be roughly around 30. It's about 20 bucks. I'll tell you right now, Ultimate Rare Duster looks... I own the TP8 Duster. And I'll tell you straight up, Ultimate Rare Duster looks just as good. Like, they both look really good. I just want to throw it. I'm not even trying to flex. It's the truth. Like, I put both side to side. Ultimate Rare looks really nice. This is what Ultimate Rare Konami did that you look at and you go, finally. Like, it's not ugly Ultimate Rare. It's like, Ultimate Rare Regeki to me looks absolutely atrocious. I feel like Konami just kind of gave up halfway through making that damn card as an Ultimate Rare. Ultimate Rare Terraforming looks atrocious. Like, once again, they got, like, lazy. And then you look at Thrust, Frenier, Duster, even Branded Fusion. These look insane. Konami also made Branded Fusion a QCR, and I'll tell you right now, Ultimate Rare is better. Like, sorry. It just, do you want to go for aesthetics? Because Branded Fusion Ultimate Rare, definitely a better of a card. All right. So, why am I pointing this out real quick, by the way, as we're looking up over at Ultimate Rares, is because majority of these have had a QCR reprint, which have killed the Ultimate Rare value. With that said, I'm still gonna throw it out there to all the players. Just understand the fact that OTS packs you only get at OTS stores. OTS stores you can only go to, you get them during a certain time. Meaning, these are only available for a certain amount of time. You can say the same thing as the QCRs, and you're not wrong. But I would counter saying they are produced en masse, whereas OTS are only produced for shops. What I'm trying to say here is, I think Ultimate Rares would hold more value in the long term, and I would only almost predict perfectly I'll tell you right now that ultimate rares have a chance of going up as opposed to the QCR counterparts. Some have, but ultimate rares are definitely the ones I'm looking at. That I think that's something that a lot of players really should be focusing on, because these are the value. Once again, I always say it. If it's hard for you to get, I want it times 3. And you look at something like a Sky Sugar Ace Ray, and this card, I think when it first debuted, it was like $25. Well, it sold 25. When it first debuted, it was like $75. You can see over here 3 months ago, 15 bucks. The card today is going for roughly around $8, $8 for Ray. And then you look at other versions of Ray, and yeah, this one over here, the QCR Ray, and it's going for $170. Now listen, if you're a Striker fan and you're not a Striker fan, you can clearly see there's an issue here. The A plus B should not equal D. We're missing something. And yes, this is the alternate art. Maybe Konami purposely short printed this, and it is hard to get. Sure, I still think the Ultimate Rare will hold better value, and I still think that Strikers as a core, by the way, you can look at and then you look at the Starlight Rare, by the way. A little fun fact about the Starlight Rare, 133. Go over here to the QCR alternate art, by the way. Oh, there it goes. $60. I think that Konami, by making QCRs, have hurt some Ultimate Rares, but not in the only in the short term, not in the long term. And when I look at a card like Sky Striker Ace Ray Ultimate Rare, I think it's a great pickup. I think it's a card that will go up in value. Even let's say it was to be second highest value, it would still go up as an Ultimate Rare, because if the Strikers ever saw real time play, nobody's dropping that kind of money on the QCR. It just doesn't make any much sense. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, maybe I'm wrong, but comment down below. Another card that hasn't seen a lot of play is Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries. It's a hand trap that pretty much hasn't seen play as a hand trap in a very long while. The value of this is $8. I bought a playset a long time ago. I imagine Konami made a QCR of this, right? Let's see. Did I get it yet? Not yet. Oh, okay, well, they'll probably get a QCR coming up soon, but this card's insane. It's just not insane right now. And I think that Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries has that potential where it can see play in the future of this game. And it's relatively cheap Ultimate Rare. It's one of those that nobody's really looking at right now, but it's a hand trap. Like, if there's one thing that you can do, that any Market Watch content creator, or anyone just in general, your locals will say to pick up is hand traps. Grab hand traps, grab hand traps, grab hand traps. But V, I might not use the hand traps right now. You're right. Absolutely. But a year from now, you might. A year from now after that, you definitely might. I mean, look at the hand traps we've been using. Like, a lot of these hand traps come in and out of the meta. Droll and Lockbird, Ghost Ogre. I mean, these don't always stagnate into the meta. They literally come in and out of the meta. They're not like Ash Bossman and Perm, where they're always here. And I would argue Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries hasn't seen meta play in a very long while, and it's definitely for $8 as the Ultimate Rare at an OTS 1 pack 20, 5 Ultimate OTS packs ago. I definitely think it's a card that I would recommend to a lot of people out there that are looking to grab something that has value within the Market Watch. Anyway, guys, I'm just to page 1. I mean, this page 2 as well, but it's always getting really crazy with like super rares. Wango's a pretty good super rare. Yeah, Delta. I mean, you know, Great Super Ancient Organism. This card, I'm shocked I haven't seen as much play as it should. I mean, once again, there's a lot of cool cards here, but definitely the Ultimate Rares are what's getting blasted by the QCRs, but I do think it's temporary. I do think eventually we'll start seeing these rise up higher in value. And a lot of them are very interesting to look at. I mean, Exotic Forbidden Ultimate Rare, I think it's a meme, but it's so cool. So I got Ash Ultimate Rare, doesn't do nothing because it went to 1. Even they made a QCR, would have done nothing. But then you got ones like Enemy Control, and you're like, hold on, this sees play throughout the board. It used to be $25, now it's $15. Like, this is yet another good valued card. And that's really hard to get. And as time goes on, as we pull it from OTS, this will continue to rise in value. It's going to go down. It's going to stagnate for a good amount of while. And then the minute everyone realizes, oh, wait a minute, we're in OTS 1 pack 50, each con never got an Ultimate Rare, and you realize it did at 23, then the price is going to go really crazy. We've seen this happen before, time and time again, and we'll continue to see this as time goes on. Anyway, it's your boy V, and you guys also have a great day.